Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. I hope that the week was good for you. Personally, there were so many ups and downs in the week, but altogether it was a great adventure for me. But that's just the Lionsgate energy. So today we are just going to see what the next 7 days are about. You have 4 images in front of you. I'm going to do the next 7 days thing on Sunday. I want to make it a special Sunday thing so that we can look at the week ahead of us. Other than the pictures, you also get these cards along with the crystals. This card says full of yourself and it has this citrine. We also have the second, we have bite the apple, I dare you. This is with the green aventurine. Okay, we have speak your truth. This is true agate. We have reclaim your center, and this right here is one of my favorites, tiger's eye. Okay, so as usual, I will assign colors to all the groups, which should be on your screen right now. And I always say, don't overstimulate your intuition. Whatever it is, it should feel effortless, like a synchronicity, an instant connection kind of thing, even if it's the colors or whatever. With that, let's get to the reading. Group number 1. Hi, group 1. Hi, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope that the week was good for you. So you pick the card full of yourself and you pick the citrine. Oh my, like immediately. I just wanted to start off by saying that this is so much Scorpionic. Maybe something is happening in your 8th house. Scorpio and Aquarius as well, and Taurus. Like I'm getting all the fixed signs. Leo could be here, but actually this sign is reminding me somehow of Virgo. Anyway, so that aside, I'm going to keep this right here. And we will take your marbles. Okay, we are expanding on certain aspects, but in other aspects, there's definitely, I would like to say, you have to practice self-discipline. And these aspects where you need to practice self-discipline is, number 1, it is your spirituality. This card, when it goes this marble goes out of the field, it signals that we are not able to connect with the spirit guides in a positive way. We are having a negative kind of connection with our gods or our faith, where we are struggling with keeping faith now and then. When this goes towards this direction, it means that it is because of our fear. It is because we don't feel protected. It is because we don't believe that miracles may happen. Then we stop acting in a positive way. We start doing things that others pressurize us to do because we feel unsafe in our own decisions, in our own creativity, in our own imagination. And when this kind of goes away to this direction, it shows that we are giving out too much of our energy, too much of our divinity when we need that energy to ourselves. So we need to practice self-discipline in how much we're giving to other people. And I'm sensing like get-togethers or parties or going out, meeting large groups of people takes a big, heavy toll on you. And you really want to come back to yourself, practice that more. So where are we expanding, however, in this week? That's a good question. We're expanding at our solar plexus, we're expanding at our sacral, and we're expanding at our throat. This means that while we take time to ourselves, healing ourselves, understanding our own psychology, what we are doing is we are using creativity in a very progressive way. In the next week, we are ensuring that other people can see that what we are trying to offer is for the best, it's for their advantage. So many people will be taking our side and seeing our wisdom, but that also gives us a chance to actually show them our true strength, our true power, our true vision for the future. And you will see that a lot of people are going to respect you a lot with this energy of expressing yourself with everybody in mind, with the mindfulness, but also practicing self-discipline where you give a lot of attention to your own psychology. So keeping this aside, we are going to take a look at other cards. I want to take this oracle card right here. It's such a beautiful deck. If any of you want to, and anybody wants to know what cards I use in my readings, please mention in the comment section. I'll make sure that I reply. We have green tourmaline, rejuvenation. You might have a connection with group 2, which had the green aventurine. I see also in the next week, there's a huge focus on finances. Whatever time you're spending alone by yourself, you are using that time to get in touch more and more with your money, what you plan for your career, and actually taking a stock of whether whatever you're spending on other people, are you getting good returns on it or not? We want to see more about this actually, for which I will be taking the tarot, and I am using the Nature Spirit tarot deck. It's really beautiful. I see that many people don't like it because of its it's only got animals in it, which is precisely why I like it. The booklet is also beautiful with so much information about each species of plants and mushrooms. There's loads of mushrooms in this deck. Very interesting. So we want to see about the finances here. Yeah, Judgment as well as the Tower. Wow. Guys, some of you are like, you see that there are certain financial things which are just, they're not working out for you. Like you've invested a lot in them, and now there's a crucial decision that you're taking within your career or whatever you make your money with, that these are certain things I'm stopping. I love them, but I still have to stop them. But your guides are coming in saying this will be a brief break, because you can continue doing what you love, but you will first realign yourself so that you are ensured, you're sure that, yeah, I am going to get profit from this. Okay, we also have this. We have jealous. I'm also seeing that you are confronting certain people who you don't realize it, but they are actually jealous of who you are, who your energy, basically your energy is radiant, you're attractive, you're popular, you know how to charm people, you know, and that's good. That's the good quality about you. But people get in the way of that, and they dull your shine, rain on your parade, tell you your ideas are not good. And such people, you're definitely confronting them and asking them to like literally like stay away from you. Oh wow, we're getting cards immediately. This is especially like at home, maybe if it's like a sibling, a parent, or whoever, sometimes they don't realize it, but our own guardians can come in the way of us because they are afraid of our, like, not our power, but they're afraid of how many boundaries we are breaking. They feel that we are not safe if we break these boundaries. So it's actually their own fear. You know, like suppose you're going to the biggest city in your country, but they're like, no, don't go there. How will you manage? How will you manage the food, the finances? What if something bad happens? And they project it onto you, and they keep you limited and controlled. So that part is definitely, it's going to bother you to the extent where you're going to be like, well, I really need to be confronting my guardians, my parents about this. Okay, I see this card, and this, I also see this card. We have Montezuma Cypress. There's like also a lot of ancestral support for you around this time. It's a good time to be connecting with your ancestors, especially in terms of finances. They are saying that an ancient technique or some form of like something you have inherited, it's going to be the source of your money. They're also saying that your ancestors are really good with people. They know how to talk the right way, to charm people, to get work done. So you are getting those charming, polite, amazing qualities that make people like you like instantly. And that's your focus, and that's how you're going to focus on getting money. Maybe that's something you never did because you thought that that was unethical, like to be charming on purpose. Maybe you thought that's unethical, but your ancestors are coming in and saying you got to be smart with people, you got to talk the way they talk. When in Rome, do as the Romans do, speak their language. That's how they're going to like you. Be practical. Even if you have to be, you know, a little bit full of trickery or whatever, do that. Okay, interesting message. We have horse chestnut. This is like a deep-rooted disease or illness. It can be, again, I'm sensing ancestral. So it could be something that's like passed on, you know, in your family, in your blood. But if not that, they are saying that this is whatever illness it is, whether it's recurring immune issues, your skin breakouts are too often, you are continuously feeling tired, not feeling motivated. They're saying it's coming from a very strong wound that happened during your childhood around your self-esteem, around rejection, and around actually being blamed as well. I'm getting like a lot of like somebody is blaming you, or just, I don't know, not forgiving you, and you just take that guilt to yourself a lot. We have camphor as well. There's so much that they are emphasizing. Again, you've got to really practice strong boundaries when you're dealing with people around you, because many people tend to suck off of your energy, and your energy, your money, like you're the only one talking, the other person is just like nodding their head, not paying attention. You're the person, like who makes a meeting fun, who makes a get together fun, and everybody just gets off of your energy. They're just like vibing because of you. And at the end, you're like, well, I did go to the party, but we were having fun, but somehow I don't feel so happy. That's because you were doing all the work. So that's also coming through. Interesting. I feel like this is a bit of a call out. We will take a little bit more. Oh my god, I saw 1111. There's also like a wish which is coming true for you in this coming week. Super awesome. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, this wish has got to do with money, because I feel that you guys have been trying to brainstorm different ways in which you can increase your income, or just increase the... I'm seeing you expanding the amount of services, skills that you have, etc. And they are saying, yeah, you are going to expand, but be strategic and be ready to do things that you have not tried before, because that is where the secret of your success lies. We have the Three of this is the Three of Cups, the Three of Lilies, but they're actually saying that this time it might be good for you to consider certain forms of collaborations, especially if you are a spiritual person, a psychic. You might want to collaborate with people. You actually, for anybody, business, otherwise, it's good for you to advertise yourself, to market yourself, hence the charming and all will come to use. And it just started raining, which means that, yeah, there's going to be an abundance of things. Yeah, we also have the Eight of Cups and the Five of Swords, which means that there are actually people in your life with whom you end up spending your money or energy so much that eventually you don't have the kind of energy left that you would like to dedicate only to your work and not actually compromise on it. If you could, you would like to focus all your attention on the work that you're doing during this week. And your ancestors are saying that if you have to cut off multiple people in order to focus on your goal and get disciplined and strict, do that, because that is something that they would truly appreciate. So that's what I feel is going to happen for you in the next week, group number 1. If you like the reading, please do give me a thumbs up, give me your feedback in the comment section, and if you're new, consider subscribing. That way I can get more messages for you. Even if you can't do that, I love you so much. I send you the best wishes for the next week, and I hope I see you soon. Until then, namaste and take care. Hi group 2, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope that the week was good for you. Even if it wasn't, guys, hold on, okay? Things get better. All right. We're going to take a look at what's happening next in the week, in the next 7 days for you. The first thing I do sense is something around your home life changing a lot. I see somebody challenging their parents or guardians or whoever you feel has authority over you. You are challenging that system to break free out of it. That's the first thing that I sense. The second one is I see you really bravely following your heart. And I keep getting the word shameless a lot in my previous few channelings. And yeah, that's what I feel. You're going to shamelessly follow the call of your heart. And that's going to be a prime thing for you in the next week. Let's see what the marbles have to say for you. Okay, we are expanding mostly. There is a little bit of a, I would like to say, cautionary thing, which is with your solar plexus and your third eye. Okay, so even though in the next week, since you will be following your heart, you'll be listening to your gut, you'll not allow anybody to put you in a corner with shame, with guilt, with fear that, oh my God, you should be ashamed if you think like that. Oh my God, aren't you scared that something bad will happen if you take that decision? You're not going to let anybody project on you like that. Okay, all right, but you've got to make sure that in that process, you will get fantastical, amazing ideas because your heart is feeling free and you will get amazing ideas, creative ideas that you want to work on. Your biggest challenge would be to pick which idea you actually want to invest your energy in instead of being hyperactive in a way and taking like 20,000 tasks, and that will just lead to a very quick burnout. It won't be very sustainable. Another thing that can use like a little bit of a growth is your individuality. Because I do see that in the next week, since you will be feeling creative and productive, you might burn yourself out by trying to work too hard. And the biggest thing that your spirit guides want you to know is you are not defined by your productivity, and neither are you defined by your results, whether you are like consistently achieving success or not. Okay, so they are saying, yes, you will be putting efforts, you will be putting your work and your ideas, your opinions, you will be putting efforts. But if they don't give results, don't take it as a measurement of who you are. Don't think you're a failure just because they're not working out. So that's like the biggest thing that I see with these three. We also have your throat, your root, as well as your crown, which are actually your best friends right now, which means that number one, don't forget your struggles. Don't forget how hard life can actually be if you, let's say, burn yourself out. No matter what people say to us, we can get over other people's opinions, we can get over the negative projections, but what we really can't get over is when we are not fair to ourselves, when we are critical of ourselves, when we are harsh to ourselves. So biggest thing here is the inner critic, the voice inside of you, because that is actually trying to improve itself. The voice inside your head is trying to be gentle right now. It's trying to be kind to you. So it's a good thing. Also, please speak like this. That is the whole point here. Speak very kindly to yourself, because that actually gives you this room to experiment without being judgmental of your own self. I think you understand. Let me take some other oracle cards for you. I think this is crystal medicine or shamanic medicine oracle. If anybody is actually interested in knowing the decks that I'm using today, please mention in the comment section. Self-expression, water, Larimar, and I don't know why I got Lemuria. I told you, this week is all about self-expression for you. You are putting yourself out there because you're not scared of being projected on, being hated on, being judged, You're not afraid of that anymore. You're like, F to that. Because I just want to explore who I really am. I've not lived my true self. I've not lived my joy, and your source of income is also a very important part of you being your true self. If you have a fear of being seen, you're probably not earning as much as you can, or not making educational whatever progress as much as you can. And a lot of your self-expression, it's kind of been snubbed by early childhood value systems and stuff like that. So that's what's coming forth. We want to check out further what's going on. I am using, this is the Nature Spirit Tarot deck. I really love it. It's got such beautiful descriptions and scientific explanations for all the cards. Oh, we have the Three of Cups. This showed up in group number 1 in case you were attracted to group number 1. And we have the King of Cups. Once again, guys, this is the time. I felt something around your home changing, and I'm feeling it again. It feels like, how we always have like the eldest person in the family who makes the decision. It's like you're challenging their authority. It's like when one wolf challenges the authority of another wolf, and becomes the alpha. Kind of like that. You're dominating someone, and in the next week you're encouraged to do that. Express yourself, be fearless, dominate somebody in your truth, in your power, challenge them, because you know the correct thing, and eventually you will be successful in this case. So that's coming forth very strongly for this group. Wow, I love it. I love this energy for you, group 2. All right, let's see what else. Which one do we want to take? I do see this already. Do we want to take another? Yes, we do. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys. But again, it's like they're saying you're going to do so amazing. You're going to be so great. But, so this is your but again. Make sure that you don't become a people pleaser during this time. Actually, this is the time for you to test your limits and see how much assertive you can be, how much you can stand your ground, and how much you can dare to offend people. This is your time to see that. But they're saying that if there's lashback from people, don't be surprised. It's a part of experimentation. It's a part of discovering our true voice when a voice has been suppressed for too long. Yeah, sometimes we can say things that are a little rude because, heck, it's almost like we're learning to speak for the first time, isn't it? Again, home energy, guys, home energy. I see that you are feeling so much comfortable in who you are, in your body, in whatever your identity is, your sexuality. And I also see that if some of you ever experience this, where your parents ever like restricted your expression in terms of what you can wear, what, like, if you can do makeup or not, you can wear these shoes or not, you can go to these places or not, what you can watch, etc. If there was a lot of controlling nature around these things, that's going away as well. I mean, going away in a way where you are confronting that, look, this thought pattern, it can no longer have a hold on me. I'm done. I felt this for group 1. It's so interesting. Group 1 and group 2, you guys actually have very similar energies. I felt that their ancestors were giving them certain powers, and I feel the same for you. I do want to see what powers these are. I'm going to take this. Oh my god, this is the card that I say every time I get this card. And if you see my previous readings, when I see this card, I'm like, this means there's an ancient force working with you. And I did just hear spirituality and Pisces right now. So I do think that if you are a psychic, a medium watching this, you are going to be able to find an expansion in your spiritual powers because you're being your true authentic self more than ever before. Number 1. It's also, again, something around your ancestors revealing something. Wait a second. Let me take a clarifier for this. I'll take a small little tarot deck just to like get a clarifier, because I keep hearing from your ancestors that we're giving something to you, we're giving something to you. Ooh, okay, I understand. So basically this wound around self-expression, this is not just like yours. Many of your ancestors struggled with the same thing, where they felt they are coming in saying that we regretted not being our true selves. Today, now that we've passed on to the heavenly realms, we see that there's no need for hesitation. If you are your true self, that's actually the best way to live your life. So they're saying that we're giving you the power to let go of all forms of shame. Again, they're going, you can be, oh my god, I completely removed that, the simp card. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They're saying that we're getting rid of this whole people pleaser energy, because you don't need that. You don't need people to approve of you or support you. You can do this on your own because we got your back. So that's the kind of energy that we are stepping into. I love that for you. Okay, so what are we going to take next? I feel like we can do a little bit more of tarot. Let's see what else is going on for group number 2. Something related to your moon sign is going, like, moon energy is pretty strong during the Lyran gate anyway. We have the 5 of Pentacles, 5 energy, changes in your money system again. Nice. I love to see that. And we have the 8 of Pentacles. There's some form of an unexpected gain. They're saying that there is some person or a field or a career or a job position, whatever it is, it's something that you haven't considered before, but this actually holds a lot of opportunity for you to grow in. Consider something. You're not seeing something. That's what they're saying, that you're not seeing the opportunity in a particular thing, but it can actually be very beneficial for you. They're emphasizing that. I would like to take one more card just to get, because they're saying there's something hidden. Don't know what it is. What is it? Ooh. Okay. It's quite a lot, apparently. Yes, that's it. That's what they're saying, that there's some kind of, like, do you guys have some sort of like a plan to like remodel your business or like change the way you offer your services? Like, if you have a plan like that, they're actually asking you to go ahead with it, because changing your plan is going to be the right course of action. Changing your plan, your business plan, like something that you're not seeing is going to benefit you. It's someone who looks they might not look very experienced on the outside, but they actually are a very, very experienced individual. I want to take another card. We have the Chariot. Yeah, because this person is going to actually be able to support you in the most authentic manner. They can be that kind of best friend that you're looking for. So don't be afraid of reaching out to them during this week. They're saying don't be afraid to reach out to anybody at all during this week, because eventually it is going to be a beneficial thing. So that's the reading that I do have for you, group 2. I really hope that you liked it. If you did, do give this video a like and comment your experience and subscribe. It helps my channel, even if you cannot do that. I love you so much, and I wish you the best for the next week. I hope only the best things happen to you and come to you. And yeah, I hope that I get to channel again channel again for you soon. Until then, namaste, take care. Hi, group 3. I hope you're doing well and taking care of yourself. Okay, welcome to the reading. I'm so glad that you're here. We're going to take a look at what is going to happen next in this week for you. I immediately get for you that the things that you want to say, what you have to share, your opinions, your creative ideas, they don't have to be perfect for you to work on them. The true agate. It's called true because it has both its darkness, its dark spots, along with the white ones, right? Like the white layout. So in your light, there will always be imperfections. Usually, our imperfections are what give us our personality, our quirks, and make us that distinctive individual, different individuals that we are. Because right now, I really sense that your truth, your life, your opinions, everything around you is kind of waiting on you and for your approval. If you were to approve of yourself, give yourself permission to just speak out, live your true identity, live your true life, work on all your amazing ideas, that just approve of it, you will experience great, tremendous growth and healing in the next week. That's what I'm getting for you. All right, we will take your marbles. All right, we have things going all kinds of ways. We'll first take the thing which really is taking most of our attention, and this is your sacral. It's your individuality. It is how you dress. It is how you walk, talk, present yourself. It is what you identify as. It is what your likes, preferences, dislikes are, what you reject actually, what you don't want in your life. This is the time for you to really stand up for that and say, well, I'm no longer having this, and I truly have always liked this and not that. This is this and that. Fill the blanks, guys. Okay, so I've always really liked this, and I'm sick of pretending that I don't, and I'm going to go after it, because if I don't live my life, heck, who will? So that's the first thing that's asking for a lot of attention. There's one thing which is also, I feel that pain here. Like, you are looking at yourself and you're criticizing yourself for being unproductive or lazy. Also, you feel that your work isn't quality work, or that even if you're like studying, you're like, oh my God, I'm not a good student. In your next week, guys, it's going to be your focus to work on these insecurities. Wherever you criticize your work, your mental processes, I don't think well, I'm not smart, etc., you're going to have to work with that, okay? Another thing which is hidden, it's like a hidden gem. It's like, it's your, I would like to say, superpower. It's almost like if Superman stopped flying, that's what it feels like. For you, it's your voice. It's literally, it could be singing, your opinion. And when I say your voice, it's your opinions, okay? Like, even if you're typing it, you have to share what you feel about politics, what you feel about social cultural issues, what you feel about, I don't know, science, chemistry, because your opinion is your superpower, because your guides are coming in saying that, especially your ancestors, because I work with ancestors, they're saying that you have one of the smartest brains in the family. I don't know what it is that made you feel that you don't, but that thing was wrong, and it's a lie you're living if you feel that your opinions are not smart enough. Another thing which is actually leading to, well, actually your third eye and your crown, they're trying to expand, which means that you're trying to improve your life in all aspects, like spirituality for sure, but also your finances, your quality life at home, your love relationship, your business relationships, your dynamic with your teachers, your education, all of it is trying to expand itself. But what's keep pulling you down is your root fear, as if you were to take the steps that your gut is telling you that take these steps, it will lead to expansion. If you take these steps, somebody will abandon you or hurt you or attack you. You feel threatened by your own power and what actions it is asking you to take. So that is what I have from the marbles. Now we are obviously going to see what's next. I'd like to take this oracle deck for you. I think this is Healing Crystal Healing Medicine Oracle. It's one of my most favorite decks to be working with as a baby shaman. If anybody wants to know the names of all the cards that I'm using, please mention in the comment section. We have dance. Yeah, this is your ancestral line coming forth. Your ancestral line is saying that the best part about our tribe, our ancestry, our bloodline was that we were the inventors. We were the light workers in the way that we would challenge the status quo and bring new inventions, bring new thought patterns, bring new ways of governance, bring new ways of medicine. We were the ones who were challenging and bringing new things. And you have the same gene. As a matter of fact, you have some of, again, they're saying the best brain in the family, the best brain around in the town. So why are you doubting yourself? So the next week is going to be all about embracing your power in all of its entirety. They're also referencing certain, like, they're talking about wealth and abundance, but let me see what exactly they mean by that. They're saying that your value system, your morality is your abundance, is your wealth. Let me see what that means. We have the 8 of Wands. That's really beautiful. Do we want to take another card? I think I do. I see this one. Yeah, okay. 8 of Wands. And we have the Fool card. This showed up in group number 2 in case you're interested. Okay, for you, your guides are saying that whatever you think is foolish or silly, when you actually start talking about it, being and showing yourself, presenting yourself as that, there are people out there who are going to tell you, listen, this isn't foolish. You're a genius for thinking like that. And that's actually going to lead to a lot of expansion in your career, in your field, whatever it is. They're saying that whatever is limiting your lifestyle to whatever you are at, because you actually are transitioning into a higher timeline with improved lifestyle. I'm seeing everything change for you, quality food, just the day-to-day things that you are using, the products that you're using. You are finally able to get the stuff you want. And it's going to happen when you start embracing the fact that what you might think is silly about you is actually the thing that helps you sell, helps you tap in to your abundance. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, we're going to see more. I do see this card already. Taking another one. Which one? Okay, this one, this guy. Yeah, this guy. All right. Let's see what we have. We have Star Seed. They're also saying that there is certain one member in your family who is kind of like Star Seedy. They can be a source of growth for you. This is not for everybody, okay? But one person in your family can really help you get out of your troubles and problems. There's also the idea that the environment around you, it's not very supportive of the alternative spirit that you are. You're very different and you kind of need to be raised and reacted to in a different manner. You're very gentle, and it's just like, you would not expect that a polar bear will survive in like the Sahara Desert. And it's just like that, like you're a polar bear and somehow you've been put into the Sahara Desert, and it's not going to work, right? You're not going to be able to survive, thrive there. So something about your environment has to change for you to actually bloom to your fullest. We also have the card Simp, also showed up in group number 2. Again, this is the message here that for your home, guys, if there's people in your home because of whom you have to sugarcoat yourself, you can't really truly say what's on your mind. Over time, it's really taking a toll on you, where you are losing touch with yourself, and after a while you are even doubting, why do I have such opinions in the first place? Why am I always looking for a fight? You're not looking for a fight. You're just trying to live and authenticate yourself. We can't authenticate ourselves if we are not able to speak and act the way we are. Okay? We can't just sit in our body and not speak and not act and feel that we are still ourselves. Being ourselves is an action thing. It means speaking as ourselves, choosing things ourselves, arranging the house ourselves. If you don't have these things as a part of your freedom, then yeah, you're going to feel very like stuffed in your life. So that's going to be the focus of your next week. A lot of freedom within your home environment, within your own room. Loads of repeating cards from group number 2. Okay, group 2 was connected to group 1, but I'd suggest that you only look at group 2 if you're interested. We have Ginkgo, and we also have the People Tree. They're mentioning that there's a lot of wisdom that not just your ancestors, but in your past, they're saying that in your past, like the ideas that you've had so far, they've always had a very bright seed of wisdom and growth in it. It's like a very fertile seed. If you plant it, it will give birth to a tree with like 10,000 fruits. and those fruits will give 10,000 more trees. And that's what your ideas are like. So they're worth investing in. They're really, really worth investing in. They're spiritually also correct. Spiritual correction means that your intention is completely right when you're thinking of ideas. It's not like you're absolutely completely profit oriented. You think in a very holistic manner where, yeah, you want to make money, but at the same time you want to, contribute honestly. So you have a lot of spiritual support that way. You want to take another card. Okay, I see this one. There's also going to be like rapid changes around you during this time. Whatever these changes are, there's an emphasis to adapt to these changes, to be flexible, and these changes will help you discover parts of your personalities that you haven't discovered before. Sometimes like it's only when we are put under pressure that we can discover that we can also do this. For instance, it's like the night before the exam. Suddenly your memory is like on fleek. You can study, all of a sudden you are studying like 3 chapters in like 3 hours. You get the superhuman ability. So that's just like a poor example, but something like that. When situation changes around you, stand up to the challenge. It's going to tell you something about yourself. That's a really annoying car honking back. Okay, let me wait. Okay, it's just some kids who are going to go to the forest to camp. Anyway, we will continue with your reading. Hey, maybe that's a thing. Maybe you all will go like camping or on some adventure that you haven't, like you've put it on hold, but this week you're like, no, heck, I'm going to go on this adventure. It's been on hold for too long, kind of like that. All right, let's see what's up, you guys. Okay, yes, actually, very similar to the adventure energy. If there's some sort of like an education course or you want to learn a particular skill this week, please purchase that course or approach your teacher or sign up for that, because it's actually going to help you and lead to the results that you already think it will lead to. Okay, my people, we're also getting another energy of caution here, because within your own career, they are saying that if you don't buckle up, if you are not gutsy, if you are not brave and self-disciplined and focused, then within your career, even in the future, if not now, things can get messy. So you'll have to, if you have any fears, inhibitions, next week is your time to deal with them. Next week is your time to talk to 10,000 friends, get advice, but really sort out how you're going to deal with certain problems which arise in your career. There's also, wow, it's really time to give up. Oh, wow, this is such a strong energy. They're saying that if you continue to think negatively about yourself and your work and what you have to offer, it's really, I don't like to say this, guys, but but I have to say it because it's coming forth. It's going to lead to long-term cycles of overthinking and maybe even depressive episodes that will be difficult to get out of. And please don't claim this, but that's what they're saying, that your self-perception is key. The main thing that you need to know is that when people say that manifestation works, affirmation works, they are not lying. When you engage with life as if your dreams have already come true, dreams come true. If you fake it till you make it, you do make it. But you have to fake it understanding that it's not that you're faking it. It's just that you have accepted the fact that your success is already here. But you actually have to believe that this will happen. And that's really needed for you during this time, because this is that portal where, you can actually make it simply from your intention and the affirmation, as well as absolutely positively engaging with life. This is where I will wrap up the reading for you, group number 3. I really hope that this added value to your life right now. And yeah, if you liked it, I would appreciate it if you could like the video, if you could comment your experience, and subscribe if you're new here. Even if you cannot do that, guys, I love you so much. And thank you for letting me do this small reading for you. And I hope that I get to channel again for you very soon. Have the best week ahead. And until next time, namaste. Take care. Hi, group 4. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that this reading has found you in a time where you're feeling happy. If you're not feeling happy, then it's okay. It's okay. Allow yourself to feel sad. It's very natural. Actually, it's the most natural thing. All right, so you picked the card right here. It says reclaim your center, and you picked the tiger's eye. It actually really talks about raising the beast within, raising the lion, the tiger within, inside of you. The human being is a mixture, and this is like a very prominent theme of your card as well. the human being is a mixture of a beast, an animal. Some people call it a spirit animal, their own dragon, and they're then the mixture of, the godlike consciousness. So we are a mixture of very animalistic things and very light, energetic things. And this says that while you are on earth, you're going to have to understand which animal it is that resides within you. That's why we connect with spirit animals. Are you like a bird? Are you like a predator? Are you like a fish? What are you like? Knowing that can actually reveal our magical powers to ourselves, So we will have a look at what's going on in the next week for you. We will first take your marbles. Yes, so there is a pull for your identity. Yeah, you are trying very hard and you don't see it, but your subconscious is trying right now to find out who you are on the inside. What are your instincts about? What is your, not personality, nature? Yeah, what's your nature? Where do you find yourself being more productive? Is it in sunlight, or is it when it's a cloudy sky? When are you able to meditate better, in the morning or in the night? These are all aspects of our nature, and that's what you're trying to find out. What kind of animal are you? A nocturnal animal, a daytime animal, all of that stuff, So this is what this marble stands for. Now, this moving here is saying that that's where all your action is led. If you feel that your creative projects, etc., are not working right now, whatever you want to do is not happening, is because your subconscious is pulling you towards actually finding more and more about your personality. So if your subconscious feels that, yeah, I am satisfied with the amount of research we are putting into understanding our own selves in the following week, then you will also be able to do all your work successfully. That's how it actually happens. That's how the magic happens with our subconscious, in the mix. I actually cannot take all of these. I wish I could. From the outside of it, it's quite balanced, where you will feel very secure in your money, finances, in your health. You will feel very secure. The more you connect to God, the more secure you will feel. And the more you talk and listen to spirituality, the more secure you will feel. There's actually a lot more going on in the marbles, but I cannot take it because, I'm trying to do a brief one here. So I'm going to take these cards next. Anybody wants to know what cards I use, please comment. I don't mention it in the description because my description is full of disclaimers and YouTube hashtags, whatever, to get myself ranked on the algorithm. Healer, Nuamite, Shaman, Shamanica, 14. I had a very strong feeling when I saw this, that you guys have had ancestors. You guys have had people who have worked with Mother Earth, who have been shamans, basically. The biggest reason you're trying to connect with the beast, the animal spirit within, and trust me, if you're a psychic, if you're a medium, there will be a point where you will have to connect with your spirit animal. Life feels incomplete without finding out your spirit animal. So that's what you're doing right now. Your spirit animal is where you derive your power from, and then your higher godlike higher self is the wisdom of using that power. To put it very briefly, that's not exactly the explanation, but somewhat out there. Let's see what else is happening for you in the upcoming week. I will be using the Nature Spirit Tarot deck. Very beautiful if you want to connect with nature, with animal spirits. It's a really wonderful deck. But yeah, you have to be willing to work with it. Like this deck is something, yeah, you've got to put hard work into working with this deck. We've got the Ace of Swords. Again, I'm telling you, your Kundalini is rising. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the concept of Kundalini. I feel that in the next week, you will be researching a lot more about it. Yeah, for sure. You will be researching more about the Kundalini. They're confirming it, sort of. And there's also, you are understanding a lot of patterns that continue in your family. Like you're seeing certain, when I say your family, you don't have to be living with them. Even if you're separate, you are thinking about how you were brought up and how certain patterns kept repeating in your family. And somehow these patterns are still repeating in your life today when you should have been free of your family. You're actually making moves to move away from your family completely in an energetic way, where you're like, we do inherit certain behavioral patterns from our mother and our father then our mother, our father will inherit these from their mothers, their fathers. That's how we get connected to the bloodline. And you're freeing yourself from certain self-sabotaging patterns. So yeah, you're doing this filtration kind of thing for your ancestral line during this time. And no wonder, because such an ancestral clearing, it does require the animal spirits to come in. And I did get a bird spirit for you, so maybe there's a particular bird that wants to connect with you during this time. And whoever your spirit animal is, yeah, it can change. As in, like, this animal spirit that wants to work with you right now, it can change. And call in your past life gifts. This group has connected with spirituality in a lot of forms in their multiple past lives. Whether this is within Earth or outside of Earth, you have worked with the light often. And even outside of Earth and different planets, you have worked with the nature within that planet, whatever comprised the flora and fauna of Earth or some other planet while you were incarnate on it. Yeah, you've worked with that, you've connected with that. So that's what's being awakened in the next coming week now. So if you're attracted and you're called more and more to spend time in nature, and you're feeling uncomfortable in your home, you're feeling uncomfortable sitting in your bed, you're like, nothing excites me like the way it used to. That's because you have to go somewhere new, and that somewhere new is highly possible it's nature. Like, give it a shot, guys. That's all. We also have narcissist, and it did show up in reverse. I feel that you do meet a lot of people who take advantage of you. Like, they pretend to be all nice and stuff, but honestly, they are not all nice and stuff. Yeah, I definitely see that you've continuously had these kind of encounters where you've had to people please. You don't even realize it, but you give people what they want just to, like, put a smile on their face. And in the long term, this is harming you. And you're, like, confronting this fact moving forward in the next week. I'm actually being pulled to take a different set of tarot cards for you. Whoop, look what we have here. We've got the Page of Pentacles. I feel that whoever these people are, a good way of identifying such people is that they only respect you or they only love you when you are spending a lot of money, or when they feel that, oh, you're successful because you are making money. Such people, they have had a bad impact on you. As a matter of fact, I see their energy as something that has made you cry, has made you quite sad, has made you doubt yourself, has made you wonder that maybe it's true. Maybe I'm only valuable if I make money. And that's such a painful thing to experience. Personally, I've experienced that in my own life. I still do. So we also have the Indian being. Yeah, beautifying your relationships, actually attracting the people who value you for who you are, simple, down-to-earth people who don't actually care about, going to this fancy restaurant to eat the, most expensive meal, or who don't sit around, crying about, oh my God, we are poor and the government isn't doing anything. It's good to talk about these things in a way where you are spreading knowledge and being inquisitive, being curious, adding to the information. But it's a different thing entirely if you just sit about it and cry. It lowers your energy. It lowers the energy around procuring abundance. So that's another thing you will be noticing, especially I feel after this reading. It might be something that you feel has activated within you. You might find that, or you might not. It's a reading that potentially, at least, I'm hoping 200 people at least will relate to it. So yeah, anyway, let's see. We also have the card Pharaoh. When you do encounter this energy, you will find yourself going on some unexpected adventures. When I say unexpected, I mean they are going to be unpredictable. You haven't predicted what's going to happen next week in terms of certain crazy encounters. And with the Pharaoh card, I do get the feeling that since you will be embracing more of your, I'm not going to be a people pleaser anymore, that kind of energy, I feel that some people will be lashing out at you. Like, oh my God, we thought that you had started behaving properly with us, but look, you're still behaving like a total bitch or something. So just be prepared for that, because there will be some unexpected fights. And we have the Fool card. Yeah, look, this is like, the next week is a week of like a lot of lightning moments. Like, that's right, I have been doing this. It is not bad for me. I should stop talking with this person. Yeah, they're sweet, but they're not good for me. Maybe they're sweet and nice and kind, but that doesn't change the fact that they harm me. And you might choose to stay away from them after that. So yes, it will be a drastically, like, it will feel like you're making such a big move. Like, yeah, that is what it will feel like you're making a really, really big move in your life. I want to take another, whoops, let's see. Give more of your energy to spirituality during the next week. Give more of your energy to, I don't know, book a reading or whatever. I'm saying book a reading because personally it took me a lot of time to get in touch with my shaman. I'm not saying my shaman, a very good shaman, a very good healer. It took me a long time before I allowed myself that, hey, it's my money, I can spend it there, because I'd always give it away to, my family, etc., etc. I'd put them first, but then I was like, eventually I spent money on myself, on my spiritual needs, buying spiritual tools, buying spiritual things, readings, etc. for myself, sessions, healings for myself. I do feel that you might be taking a decision there, but they're saying choose very wisely. Okay, don't choose somebody who says good things. Like if you like a reader because they always say good things, they make you feel good, that's not who you want to go to. You want to go to somebody who keeps it real. 14, yeah, this is like the temperance, like spirituality. You are actually coming to terms with what it means for you to be a spiritual soul, what it means to be on a spiritual path, to be a healer, to be a person, an empath who is spiritual. Because there are empaths who are atheistic, who don't follow spirituality. But if you are an empath who is in the spiritual field, then you are on it for a very divine purpose. That's usually how I've seen it. So you're connecting with that and being very real with yourself that, dude, this is a very important part of my life, my spiritual mission, along with every other thing that I'm doing, my studies, my job. This is also very important. So that is what's going to happen for you next week, my lovely group number 4. I hope that this was able to help you out. My channel will be very happy if you like this video and comment, because that's how my channel can grow. And if you're new, consider subscribing for similar channelings. Even if you are not able to do any of this, I'm sending you a lot of love, guys. I hope you have an awesome, amazing week ahead. And yeah, I hope that we meet again in one form or another. Until then, namaste. Take care.